to start is we're going to set up our blocks. Give me a second.
Sure, take your time.
You have a huge pillow. I want to do our blocks. Let's put our blocks underneath the bra line.
Sure.
The lower part of the shoulders.
Yeah.
And then you could bring your other block up to the top of your mat in case you want your head on it. But what we want to do is just press down. If you can, let your head go to the floor, that's good, but maybe not yet. Let's just put the block, both of them on their flat side. One underneath the bottom of the shoulder blades, and then just stretch the legs out. Lift your butt up and let it not be twisted and down. And let's just lay here for a moment, allowing our chest to completely open up. Closing the eyes if you can. Relaxing the lips and the cheeks. The jaw. Let the jaw go slack and let your eyes melt into your eye socket. And begin to notice your breath. Think about releasing the back of the neck. The shoulders maybe are kind of trying to melt over and down above the block under the back. The pectoral muscles all along the chest, the collarbones get a little wider. And really think about your fingertips and your hands. Really send them some breath and relaxation. In fact, let's stretch out our fingers. Stretch our arms out. Stretch them out, stretch them out. Stretch them out really far, just out to the side. Fingertips wide. Wiggle the fingers. Scrunch the fingers and stretch, scrunch and stretch. And then rest them down. I'm just breathing. With each breath, let's start to exhale a little longer than the inhale. So with each exhale, just exhale a little more than what might be comfortable. And then inhale, noticing how the inhale just happens automatically. And exhale, completely out, all the way out. Hold it out. And allow the inhale. Take it in as much as you can. Then exhale. All the way to the bottom. Belly button comes in towards the spine. Lower abdomen tightens a little bit. Exhaling. Hold it out. And inhale. Noticing how different our inhale becomes all the way up to the top. Separate those collarbones, shoulder blades come back, inhaling. Exhale. Empty belly. Belly button to the spine. Noticing if the shoulders are coming forward, try to let them be back. And then an inhale. reach up to this block on under our heads and see if we can't let it go and rest the head down. How's that feel?
It's fine.
Yeah, it's okay now. At first it was like too much.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, bring the chin up a little bit, nose reaching up behind you. And continuing the deep exhale and deep inhale while we're still here. This is so good for us to breathe with an open chest, as wide open as we can get it right now in the safety of our own homes and, just our individuality, like not being somewhere or people. Feel safe. Those deep exhales, holding them out a little bit. Inhale. And I want you to send your attention to the back. Keep with the breath. Where the back is connected to the block, see if you can't release any tension there. What's holding you there? Send your breath into the connection to the block. Relax the back of the neck, the shoulders. And with an inhale, let's just sweep our arms above the head, on the floor still, or up slightly off the floor. Reaching up over the head, palms together or just fingertips together. Reaching the arms long, the fingers long. Breathing. Just keep those arms out, reaching them. And then rest the back of the hands on the floor and let the arms come further down towards the floor, just in cactus. Maybe the elbows don't touch, mine don't touch. Let the elbows pull across the chest. I mean, the elbows are kind of trying to reach the floor. So the inner upper arm, the back of the arm, and the inner thigh part of that is just stretching open. Breathing into those arms and the armpits and the pecs. It might hurt a little bit. Mine's kind of arguing with me. Breathe into it. Even for any adjustments that are happening from your body on its own. Let's reach those arms out again. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms up above the head, and just stretch out. Reach the feet out. Couple more breaths right here, reaching all the way. The abdomen is stretched long, the legs are reaching long, the toes are toward the face, the heels are away. And exhale. Bringing the arms down by your side. Put the elbows next to the block. Lift the head. And then let's just move the block out of the way now. And rest back down. Pick up your torso. Put your shoulder blades underneath you. And let's just feel that for a moment. Lots of expansion all along the chest. Let's bring our feet, soles of the feet to the floor, knees up. Have the heels like directly in line with the sit bones. And then just press into the floor with the feet and the legs and lift up the butt. Hips up just a little. We're just going to come to a neutral bridge. Just so we're almost like in a plank position, but we're in bridge. Let the chest sink down in. The belly, the front of the belly sinks in, but the glutes and the hips pressing up from the back. The thighs are working. The soles of the feet are all in connection with the floor, but your toes could wiggle maybe. And then strength is within the heel and the arch or the side of the foot and the ball of the foot. Breathing here, just holding it. Relax those shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Reach for a block. Let's bring it underneath the sacrum, underneath the flat bone, just above the tailbone, and rest the hips back down. Bring the feet a little bit wider. Let's have them wide on the mat, and let the knees fall in towards each other. So the low back might just be melting into the block. Maybe the hips, the top of the hips and the outer hips are kind of melting over the sides of the block. Breathing here. Let's bring our right leg up, knee into the chest. Hug it with use our hands on the outside of the knee and just pull that knee into the chest. Keep pulling it. You should feel a lengthening happening at the top of the hamstring where it goes into the buttocks area and the glutes. Just stretching that out. Let's extend the left leg all the way out. Breathe here. Try to relax the top of the left thigh, the front of the left hip crease, the left hip bone. But we're still pulling the right knee in. Is that possible? Try to release the hip crease on the right side, the bent leg. Just do some wiggling of the toes, ankle circles, occupy our feet a little bit. Point and flex the feet. Bring that right knee in. And let that extended leg, the left leg, come back to the floor. Feeling the front of the hips open up. Bring that left leg in, hugging your knees into the chest, both knees, all the way. And let's extend both legs up. Just bent knees, let the feet hang in the air. No work should be involved here. Try to relax the legs, relax the feet, relax the knees. Hug those knees into the chest again. This time we're going to extend the right leg out, hug the left knee in. Actually, sorry, right knee stays up, sole of the foot on the floor. That's where we started. So let's just hug the left knee in, pulling it in. Start to think about releasing the right hip crease and the top of the right thigh, knowing it's going to have to open, right? So we can send some thought process over there. And then we'll extend that leg out. Every side's different. Noticing how this side's different from the other side. Rolling that left knee in. Allowing it to separate from the right leg. There should be a constant, just slow, tiny, micro movements, breathing. And with the breath and the hugging in, you find places where your body's separating and releasing. Release the right glute, but reach out with the right heel, toes toward the face. Left knee in. Deeply breathing. Trying to keep the mind on what we're doing, and not to have it be somewhere else. We are in charge of the mind. We who are not the mind, we are beyond the mind. We tell the mind where we're going, what we're doing. Releasing that front right hip. And then bringing that right knee in, hugging both knees in again. Moving slowly. Both knees all the way in. Let's turn the head. Head turns toward the right. Head turns toward the left. Towards the right. Noticing what happens in your shoulders. Keep your shoulders down. Pull those knees in. Head turns towards the right, the left. Both legs up again. Let them hang. Let's bring the arms up again over the head. Elbows out. Let your arms just fall to the floor. Try to relax the legs, the knees. Let them come closer to the chest. Release the hips, the lips. And let the thighs, maybe they're resting all the way on your belly, on your chest. That's okay. Continuing with the breath. Let's hug our knees in nice and tight. Pull them in. Press our hips up. Bring our hands underneath our hips. Knees towards the forehead. Knees above the forehead. If you'd like, you can stretch out your legs just a little bit at a time. Maybe one leg at a time. Lift it up. Just stretch it out. Maybe that toe comes toward the floor. Trying to keep it extended and over the head. One knee is bent, the knee is resting on the forehead. Feel up, lifting your back up a little further. Maybe the extended toes touch the floor, maybe not. And then let's bring our palms to the floor, pressing the hips up, like using leverage with the backs of our arms and our shoulders to press the hips up. Let's extend the other leg. Reaching it out. Bend the first leg back. Really bringing your hips up, up, up. So that the back of your neck is stretching. Being stretched by the back of your head and your body moving. Reach out with that extended leg. Drop the knees to the ears. Let them come down. In fact, let's bring our hands to the back of the knees. Knees down by our ears. Take a couple of breaths. I know it's awkward. Good for the thyroid. Good for the parathyroid. And then legs go out. Hands on the low back. Begin to lower yourself down. In fact, let's get rid of the block. Just one vertebrae at a time, kind of dragging your knees over your body. One vertebrae at a time. Low back, bend those knees. Bring the soles of the feet back to the floor. Oh. Palms out. Man, how different do we feel when we started here? Oh. Let's bring our feet wide on the mat again. Press the feet down, hips go up, and then come back down. We're going to windshield wiper our knees from side to side. Slowly. And next time we're over on the left side, just keep those knees down and bring your left ankle on top of your right outer thigh, knee area. Just hold that right knee down with the left ankle. The right knee is kind of reaching forward. The right hip is reaching up and kind of towards the left side. We can bring the right arm out to the side and look to the right. Deep breaths. That hip is up, the knee is down on the right side. Use the weight of the ankle, the left ankle, to pull that knee down. The hip goes up. Relax that knee down a little more, a couple more breaths. Try to release the foot, the ankles, the thighs, the cheeks, the mind. Release that knee. Bring the left ankle to the floor. Bring both knees up. Press your feet into the floor. Lift up your hips. We'll go neutral again with a bridge. Just a neutral bridge like we're in a plank. Exhale down. And drop over those knees over to the right. Right ankle on outer left thigh, outer knee. Left arm out, nose towards the left. Left hip reaching up, left knee reaching down. So use your back, use your hips to press the left hip forward and up. And let that left knee rest down. And then just try to rest in that without working too hard. Turning the face to the left. Relaxing the outer left hip, outer left thigh. Let that knee come towards the floor. It might be uncomfortable, that's all right, we're breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let go of that knee. Both knees come up. Press your soles into the floor. Lift your hips. Tuck your tailbone under. Sacrum flat. And just rest it flat on the floor. Hug the knees in again. And rock and roll side to side. Hug them in nice and tight. Drop them over onto your left side. Come into a fetal position. Rest for a moment. And then bring your right hand to the floor and press yourself up. And then we're going to come to our bellies on the mat. Actually, we're going to just do we're going to start with a child's pose. So let's pose toward each other, heels out. Maybe bring your bolster or your pillow, blocks or something. I'm going to raise my bolster up. My bolster isn't very fat. I'm going to raise it up. I'm going to bring it in nice and close. And then I'm going to lift my belly button up and over the bolster. And then my lower rib cage. And then my upper rib cage. And then make a little pillow with my hands and rest my cheek, one side of the cheek on the bolster. So there's a lot of places we might find ourselves opening up the longer we stay in this pose. So the tops of the feet and the ankles. Deeply breathing into the back. Tailbone reaches down toward the floor. The breathing expands the back. The ribs widen up. The shoulders stay down away from the ears. Bringing the hands down on either side of the bolster. Just pressing up a little bit, enough so that we can turn our face to the other side. Hips down, letting them melt towards the heels. Release the back of the neck. Let the shoulders come away from the ears. Breathe into the upper back, the thoracic. The cervical, the mid-back. Breathing into the back. Releasing the lips and the forehead. Where did you go? Bring the hands on either side of the bolster. And let's press up. We're going to do a little more shoulder stuff. So we're going to bring the blocks to the front of the mat and they're going to go under our shoulders. Bring the bolster underneath your ankles. Rest on your belly. So they could be at a little bit of an angle, yeah. And then so they're, like mine are kind of out like that a little bit so that my arms have room, but the shoulder heads are on the blocks. So we're gonna go back to what we started with, which was opening our chest. So we're just gonna spend a little bit of time letting that happen. Now, if you want, have it be higher. I don't know, right? Experiment. Wiggle the hips. Make sure you're nice and neutral. Forehead could be down, or you could be on your chin if the blocks are flatter. But if you have them up, that's good, yeah. So they're kind of along the upper arm. So turn them at a little bit of an angle. Your arms aren't over them. I want your arms to be over them. I want them to be like in line with your upper arm. So that your arm goes behind you. Your hand goes back behind you. Yeah, so your upper arm is like resting on the block. So pull the block out a little bit, the bottom half of the block out a little bit. Okay, so like this. Like the block right here, out. Yes. And then you can rest your arm. No, top of the,
Oh,
yeah, top of the arm on there. All along this, if you can. Yeah? There. How's that?
that's fine.
Okay, good. All right. And then forehead to the floor. Or chin. You know, whatever is kind of neutral for your neck. And let the heart melt. Imagine your heart sending out little roots and tentacles and connecting with the heart of the earth. The earth's heartbeat is our heartbeat. Nice deep breaths along the neck and the cervical spine, between the shoulders, really. So let's like pay attention to where are we holding any tension? Maybe it's in the hands or the fingers. Maybe it's the back of the arms. Maybe we're pressing into the blocks to hold ourselves up. Let's not do that. Let the shoulder blades come towards each other on the back and let the heart melt down. Let the head get heavy. Let the collarbones aim for the floor. And maybe now you can be on your chin now. Maybe not. Maybe it's a cheek. Yeah, turn your face to one side, maybe resting on the eye socket, the temple a little bit, and then just working on the neck. Letting it expand. Turning the face a little more that direction. Keep turning. Keep turning. Breathe here. Inhale. Bring your head up. Turn your head to the other side. Gently and slowly. Turning. Turning. Shoulders stay down. Try not to hold that tension in the shoulders. Try to let the heart melt still. Turning. And then bring it back to neutral. Bend the knees. You can bring the blocks out. Make a little pillow with your hands. Let's just let our feet rock side to side. Wagging the tail. Let him hang over to one side, wherever you are right now. Just let him hang over there. Bring your arms under you a little bit. Pick up your torso and turn it towards the direction that your feet are in. Bring the opposite arm in front of you a little bit. You're kind of up on your elbows and then rest the cheek down. There you go. Pressing with your elbows, like your elbows aren't working that hard, but just the fact that they're kind of a little too close to you allows you to push this shoulder up. Those feet are hanging down on that same side. Release the opposite hip, the one that's kind of bent in. Breathing here. I call this a full twist. Like everything's going on over here. So we're in this twist, but where are we holding tension? Let's bring that elbow out a little bit and see if we can't breathe into the waistline. Allowing the head to turn. Deep breaths. Expanding the middle of the body out in all directions, out to the front, to the sides and the back. Inhale. Exhale. Let those feet melt over to the side more. Inhale. Release the hip creases. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Gently bring those knees up, those feet up. Press the floor away. Ooh, move slowly. Knees are still wide. We'll just feet back and forth again. Wag the tail, wag the hips, wag the dog. Love that movie. And then we'll bring those feet to the other side. And just rest, let them rest there for a minute. Turn the cheeks so the face is towards the feet. Releasing the low back. The low back, just above the sacrum, should be getting a lot of action. Release the glute opposite of the feet. Release the top of the thigh on the side where the feet are. Kind of imagining that the feet are melting towards the floor, just thinking about it. Maybe they are. Deep breaths. Expanding the middle of the body. in all directions with the inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On your inhale, we'll just lift up a little. Bring that elbow in. Bring the opposite arm across. And just start to press the elbow into the mat to press the shoulder on the same side as the feet up a little bit. And then just rest your cheek down. So the feet are still going towards the floor, and the elbow on the same side is pressing into the floor. Could be a deeper twist. Release the thighs, the hips, the glutes. Wiggle the toes. Let's do little ankle circles and toe wiggles over here. Release the shoulders. Let them melt down. Deep breaths. Enjoying the breath. Finding things you like about this. 2 more. 1 more. Exhale. Gently bring the feet up. Wag the tail. And bring your ankles back down. Let's move our bolster out of the way. Legs stretch out. Palms on either side of the chest. Bent elbows. You got it. So the head comes up. Let's just do this. Head comes up. Palms are on the floor. There's not really any pressure. We're not pressing ourselves up, but the front of the body is working. Maybe the pubic bone is pressing into the floor. The tops of the feet are pressing into the floor. Tops of the thighs. Shoulder blades come together and down the back. Neck gets long. Look down at your mat, like right at the top of your mat. Reach out through the crown of the head. And breathe. The head is up. If you're liking it, you want to do a little more, bring your hands up off the floor. So bring your head, Connie, look down a little more. I don't want to crick in your neck. I want the neck to be nice and long. Eyes are neutral, just looking toward the top of the mat. And your spine is really lengthened. Crown of the head reaching out. I know, we're breathing. Our hands are still up. We're breathing. Take another breath. Inhale. Exhale down. Keep the hands where they are. Head, just forehead on the floor for a moment. Try to relax everything. Open your lips. And take a breath. Inhale, we're going to lift up the head, the chest. We're going to press the chest up, belly up, hips up, tail up. Knees come forward. We're coming back to child's pose. Slowly, hips go back to the heels. Slow, slow, slow. Hands can stay out in front this time. Reaching out, using the fingertips, cupping the hands and using the strength just of the fingertips to pull the torso out of the hips while the tailbone is reaching down towards the toes. The shoulder blades, shoulders stay down away from the ears, but the fingertips are pulling the torso forward. Yeah. So how do we get our shoulders to be down? Well, our arms are pulling down also, right? They're pulling towards the body. The neck is long, the tailbone reaches down. We're trying to pull the torso out of the hips. We're breathing into the back of the body, rounding it, tailbone. Bring that sit bones right down to the heels as far as you can. Maybe your forehead gets to the floor. Just settling into your child's pose. Elbows can be relaxed. Hands can go behind you, resting on the floor. Release the lips and the neck and the eyes. Let's bring the hands up behind us. Interlace those fingers. Use the opposite interlace. Try to bring those palms together, but elbows go out and then arms go out and around behind the back. Shoulder blades come really together and down the back. Then our palms can come together or towards each other, not together, right? Elbows kind of come towards each other. Reach out with the arms behind you. Beautiful. And then lifting the arms up, but try to bring those elbows toward each other. Breathing here. Send the breath into the back of the body. One more breath. Inhale, bring them up, up, up. Exhale down. Let the arms rest. Let the whole body rest. Bring your hands towards your knees and just press up. Inhaling. How are we doing on time? All right. Good. Just sit for a moment on your heels, noticing your body, noticing your head, your mind. What's different? What's good? What feels better? Release your glutes. Lift your heart. Drop your shoulders. Really get your best posture. Okay, and then bring your feet out in front. We started pretty much on time. You know, let's bring the soles of the feet together. Hold the toes with the fingers. Just a little butterfly, neutralization. Heart lifts, heart comes towards the toes, elbows come back towards the inner thighs. So the arms are kind of working. And bring those knees up. Stretching out, getting your goodies for your Shavasana. We'll just do we'll take a little knee hug and a happy baby. Press your hips up, rest them down, hug those knees in. Rock a little bit. And let's just take a happy baby. Hold the feet up. Turn a little bit. Knees down to the outside by your armpits, your shoulders. Tailbone down. Lift your head, chin in. Rest your head back down with a long neck. Toes reach towards your top of your head, the wall above your head. And again, knees down, tailbone down, toes up, opening wide. Knees down, tailbone down, toes toward the top of the head, and just releasing into that. Finding a nice spot where you're like, okay, I'm there. Having a rest here. And bring those legs together. Hug the knees in and stretch out. Shavasana. If you like to use your blocks under your hands, it's kind of nice to have a little place for your blocks under the back of your hands, like this. You know, so the elbow rests. It's kind of right at the crease of the wrist, like right there. And just rest the back of the hands on the block. It's like I'm at a spa or something. Press your legs down, hips up. Again, make sure you're neutral. The buttocks is neutral. Shoulder blades underneath, heart lifted. And just resting. Let it all go. Your body knows just what to do. Release the lips and the tongue. Bring it away from the roof of the mouth. Release the jaw, the neck, the front of the hips, the top of the hip bones, the glutes. Palms of the hands, soles of the feet, tops of the thighs, back of the calf. Heart, ribs. breath to deepen. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. Circling your wrists and ankles. Then slowly, let's reach out. Arms above the head, legs and feet out. Stretching nice. And then hugging in. Loving yourself. Yay, I love myself enough to do this. Rock and roll if you like. And then roll over onto your right side. Using your left hand, press yourself up to a seated position. And we'll take one arm to close the class. Palms together at heart center. Lift your heart to meet your thumbs, shoulders back and down. Inhale. Once again, I appreciate your presence here. What a gift to share this practice with you. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity and to allow us to come into a space of love for ourselves so we can then radiate out. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, Connie.
Thank you. That was great. Felt so good.
I'm so glad. I feel good too.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah, it's a peacefulness. I feel
Uh-huh.
a peacefulness. So
Very much.
we'll both try to carry it, right, for the day.
Of course. You have a good day.
You too, thanks.
Thank you.